Hello and welcome to Sign a Little Story with Miss Lori. I'm Miss Lori and I'm from the York County Library in Rock Hill, South Carolina. And I thank you for being here today to read a little story and learn some sign language. Our little story for today is Grumpy Bird. And Grumpy Bird was written by the author Jeremy Tankard, and it is published by Scholastic Books. And Scholastic Books gives us permission to read this today. So we're going to start out with Grumpy Bird. And here is our Grumpy Bird. Okay, and we start at the title page. Remember those arrows from last time we were together? Every time you see those, you know we're going to learn a new sign. So here's the sign for our first word, which is grumpy. Grumpy. And part of sign language, we use our face to tell the meaning of the sign too. So we have to be expressive when we use our signs. So we're going to start with grumpy, which is kind of mad, kind of angry. And we take our claw hand and we move it right in front of our face. Grumpy. And then our sign for bird, which is we take our two little fingers like this right near our mouth that shows the little bird's beak. Bird. Grumpy bird. Have you ever been grumpy? I have been. Let's find out what this grumpy bird does on his grumpy day. Oh, when Bird woke up, he was grumpy. Uh-oh, here's one of those yellow little signs that shows us we're going to learn that word in sign language. And the two words really are woke up. So we're going to start with our eyes closed because we're sleeping. We're going to put our fingers right here and we're going to open them. So we say, woke up, woke up. Look at his face. He did wake up grumpy, didn't he? He was too grumpy to eat. He was too grumpy to play. In fact, he was too grumpy to fly. Looks like I'm walking today, said Bird. And there he goes, walking off. My goodness, no flying for him. Our first word that we're going to learn is eat. We take our O hand, just like this. This is the letter O in American Sign Language in the alphabet. And then we flatten it. And we put it towards our mouth, which is the sign for eat. So, eat. And play. We need two hands for this sign. And so we take our Y, alphabet letter Y, we turn them this way and we shake them. This is a sign for play. So we learn eat and play. And the third sign on that page was fly. And I bet you already know this sign. And that is we flap our wings and we fly. Not this bird, not today. No flying for him. And the last one on this page is walk or walking. And that one can be done several different ways. One way is to take your two hands and make the number 3 in sign language and walk, just like your feet walk. Or you can take your flat hands like this and walk them forward. So this bird is walking today, isn't he? Bird walked past sheep. Good morning, Bird, said Sheep. What are you doing? Walking, said Bird. Nice, said Sheep. I'll keep you company. And there's our sign, arrow for sheep. Remember sheep? We read about sheep last week, and we learned the sign. We use our scissor fingers, and we shear the sheep. That's the sign for sheep. Bird walked past Rabbit. Hi there, Bird, said Rabbit. What are you doing? I'm walking, said Bird, and it's no fun. I could use some exercise, said Rabbit. I'll walk too. There's rabbit. And there's our arrow that shows us we're going to learn the sign for rabbit. Rabbit is you take your two hands with your number twos and you put them together, and these are going to be our little rabbit ears. We cross our wrists and we shake, shake, shake our ears, just like a rabbit wiggles his ears. Rabbit. Bird walked past Raccoon. "Hey, Bird," said Raccoon. "What are you doing?" "I'm walking," snapped Bird. "What does it look like?" "Looks like fun," said Raccoon. "I'm coming too." Where's that raccoon? There he is. He has a little raccoon mask on, doesn't he? And our word that we're going to sign is raccoon. And we take our two fingers again and we make that mask just like the raccoon has. We put it near our eyes and we draw it out like this. Raccoon. That's the sign for raccoon. Bird certainly has a lot of nice friends ready to follow him all over, right? Oh, Bird walked past Beaver. "Hello, Bird," said Beaver. "What are you doing?" "Let me give you a hint," said Bird. "You do it by placing one foot in front of the other." "Walking," guessed Beaver. "I love walking." Oh, that Beaver. He wants to walk along with the bird and all his friends. Beaver is a funny sign because we use the sign and show the beaver's teeth. So let's do that together. We get our number two fingers and we get two fingers down here and we curl them up and we chomp, 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 just like Beaver does with his teeth. Chomp, 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 chomp. That's the sign for Beaver. Bird walked past Fox. "Good day, Bird," said Fox. "What are you doing?" "Why does everyone want to know what I'm doing?" shouted Bird. "I'm just walking, okay?" "Okay," said Fox. "Let's go." My goodness, where is Fox? There he is with his pointy little nose, right? So we take our hand for Fox and we make an F. This is the F letter of the alphabet, and we twist it around our nose. Fox. We remember the pointy nose of the fox. And there he is. They're all following Bird. Bird walked, the other animals walked. Bird stopped, the other animals stopped. Bird stood on one leg, the other animals stood on one leg. Bird jumped, the other animals jumped. "Hey, this is fun," said Bird. "Come on," said Bird, who had forgotten all about being grumpy. "Let's fly back to my nest for a snack." They're all flying. And they did. And look at what they had for a snack. What is that? It's a worm. And that sign is not even pointed out here in the book, but I'm going to show it to you because worms crawl in the grass. And my hand is like the grass, and we have a little worm crawling across. Our pointer finger can be that squiggly worm crawling across the grass. And how about that? All the friends together in the nest having a snack with Grumpy Bird. Sometimes our friends can make all the difference and make us happy and not grumpy anymore, right? So we're going to just practice our signs very quickly before we go to see if you remember the ones that we learned today in our story. The first one was grumpy. Do you remember grumpy? We took our hand and made an angry kind of face, scrunched it all up and said, grumpy. We had a grumpy bird who ended up not being so grumpy, right? And then we said, wake up. We had our eyes closed and we opened them. We woke up, right? Wake up. And eat. Took the O hand and we flattened it and we made the sign for eat. And play. Our two Y hands, Y alphabet letters. We put them in front and we shake them for play. And fly, one we know, right? Fly, fly. Yes. He didn't want to fly, did he, that grumpy bird? And walk. I use my 3 fingers, my number 3 fingers, and I walk forward. You can use your flat hands too. Walk. Sometimes there's more than one way to sign a word. So that was walk. And sheep. All right, get our scissors ready to shear the sheep. And here we go. Sheep. And rabbit. To remember this one, we have the wiggly ears of the rabbit. Our number 2 fingers. We put them together for the wiggly ears and we cross our wrists and we wiggle. There we go, the rabbit. Raccoon. That raccoon has a mask, right? That's the marking of a raccoon. And so we take our 2 fingers again, we put them up to our eyes and we make the mask. Raccoon. And beaver. The beaver with the big teeth, right? So we take our 2 fingers again and these 2 fingers up here and we chomp, 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 just like the beaver does. Beaver. And last we have fox. Fox, we take an F, which is the F hand shape from the alphabet, and we wiggle it around our nose. Fox, fox. And the last sign that we learned in the book was, what did that grumpy bird give his friends for a snack? A worm. A worm crawling in the grass, a worm. Hey friends, that was our story, Grumpy Bird. You can take this book out of the library and practice all the signs that you learned because you learned a lot today. Thank you for being with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again at Sign a Little Story with Miss Lori. Bye-bye.